Hi everyone, it's Christina here from Music World, and today I'm going to answer Angelica's question, which is, what does the bottom number mean on a time signature? So a time signature is a couple of numbers at the start of a piece of music, which is written straight after the key signature. Might look like, almost showed you the answer, might look like this. So the top number refers to the number of beats, which is 3 in this case for 3/4 time. But what does that bottom number mean? It's not as straightforward as the top number. So I'm going to show you something that will help you to work out what these numbers mean in a time signature, well, the bottom number. So let's first of all have a look at this, which is a semi-breve. So semi-breve is a 4-beat note. We can actually call it something else. We can call it a whole note, and we'll consider that one big whole. So say we were to divide this into 2 halves, then we get 2 minims. They are 2 beats each, and each of them is half of the whole. So we can actually call them a half note. So let's do this process again. We're going to divide these minims in half, and we end up with 4 crotchets, and we can say that each of these crotchets is a quarter of the whole, so we can call them another name, a quarter note for each of these notes. So let's divide these quarter notes in half again, and then you'll get these quavers. So if you count how many quavers there are, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, you'll find there are 8 that are the equivalent of a whole note. So each of these quavers is an eighth of the whole, and we can say that it is an eighth note. And I'll just go through this process one more time, but you can actually keep going. So let's divide these in half again. We get these cool looking notes with the double beam or the double tail, and they are called semi-quavers. And if you count them really quickly, you'll find there are 16 of them there that make up the equivalent of the whole note at the top. So we can call them a 16th note. So what has this got to do with time signatures? Well, if you look really carefully at these notes here, the bottom number, so we've got our half note, quarter note, eighth note, or 16th note. This bottom number is actually the same as what you would find in those time signatures. So it's actually a special code for the type of beat that we're talking about. So for example, in 3/4 time, you've got your 3 beats in a bar, but that bottom number is saying the type of beat. So we've got a 4 at the bottom, and if we looked back here, we've got our quarter notes. So it's saying it's 3 quarter note beats per bar, or 3 crotchet beats per bar. So say if that bottom number was something different, say if it was an 8 at the bottom, a 3/8 time, we would say that it would be 3/8 note beats per bar, or 3 quaver beats per bar. And you can keep, you can work this out. 3/2 time would be 3 half note beats per bar, or 3 minim beats per bar. So I hope that gives you a bit of an insight into how time signatures work. And thanks for the great question, Angelica. Bye.